disclaimer that I would like to present is everything was created by God and for God's purpose. And of course, everything God does, the devil does too, but in a wicked way. Okay, so let's go.
Kari, look at me now, look at me now, oh, I'm getting paper.
You're about to discover one of the most expensive lies you've ever heard in your life, and it's a lie that we've all heard and one that we've probably all told. Time is money. Time is not money. Time is infinitely more valuable than money.
Time.
Lie.
Okay. Eyes.
So?
Keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking.
Fasting for 60 days. Warm light. Abstain from mirrors.
Keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking.
What's the other jet doing? Holy fuck!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Jesus fucking Christ! Chris, are you...
Don't touch it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Keep looking.
EYE. So iPhone, 3 eyes, the cameras.
This looks like an eye.
Yeah, that's the evil eye, the Malocchio.
Oh. And below there, what's this down the way to?
That's a Roman belt buckle. This says parasites.
Parasites.
Yeah.
And parasites meaning people?
No,
or
meaning parasites.
meaning parasites.
That was the first drawing of the moon by Galileo.
Keep looking.
This looks like an eye.
Yeah, that's the evil eye, the Malocchio.
Oh.
Eyes.
So? Time.
Time. There is no time, really. She says wearing a pimp watch.
That's funny.
Keep looking.
Purple rain, that's alright. Come on, y'all.
Cross.
Cross. Mixed. When things go that way, they get kind of mixed up and you end up getting cross. No need to get cross, really.
Spice.
Spice. Lively.
Warhol and Basquiat have made art out of what few others would dare, a defacement of each other's painting. In each of these enormous neo-pop epics, Warhol begins with his choice corporate logos writ large. Enter Basquiat, who blocks out the boss's images or scribbles all over them.
From the iPhone to, this is the panopticon idea, where the eyes above sees everyone in their cell or in their condo or in their, yeah, or even like the iPhone, when you hold your phone, you still have a camera on the front. So what tells you this camera is not watching you too? Like, you're watching people and people are watching you. And this is the same principle with social media, I think. So the panopticon, the idea basically is to have a Tor in the middle. So the guardian who's in the middle is able to see everyone in their cells. But me, like being in the cell, I can't even see my neighbor, okay, because of the way it's made in circle like this. So who has the advantage in terms of sight? It's really the guardian who is in the middle. But nowadays, lesser and lesser they're using guardians, but that will be replaced by a camera, a 360 camera. You know, the 360 camera that also follows the movements? Yeah, these type of cameras. Okay, so now going back to the box. So prison, box, seems like the same thing to me. Just a play on words. And this box looks like a cube. Then we have the X box, which requires you to use a TV, of course, to play, a screen. And what is interesting too is the, you know, like we can think of the box like an X, okay? So the four corners. And in that case, there's an X, but in a circle, but still the name is Xbox. Then we can think of Twitter with an X, who has now become X since, I believe, 2022. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. And then we can also think of the, I'll call it the cardinal point, but it's not exactly that. So I'm just going to explain this image right here. Time. Time, does time flows, okay? Or can you stop time? What is time exactly? Because when we think about time, there is a lot to consider, such as the signs, the seasons, the years, the days. But what is time?
Right now I'm heading due north at 60 miles an hour, and that means all my motion is in the northward direction. But let's now turn onto a different road and head northwest. I'm still going 60 miles an hour, but I'm not making as much progress toward the north as I was a minute ago. And that's because some of my northward motion has been diverted or shared with my westward motion. Einstein realized that time and space are linked in much the same way that north and west are.
An experiment that was done, so they took a clock, okay, which they left on Earth, and then a same clock set at the same time was brought in the sky where the planes fly. So both were moving the same direction at the same time, but then the clock on Earth went faster and then the one in the sky slower. So time above is moving slower. Definitely they realized that above and below, when you set a clock, one will get further than the other.
Trains would carry the time of the city where they began their journey. So if I was going from Paris to Geneva, I'd be on Paris time the whole way, since that's where I started. But were I going the other direction, from Geneva to Paris, I'd be on Geneva time.
And as you began to have more and more train lines crossing and more different times located at that interchange, it became a nightmare of confusion.
The need to coordinate clocks over great distances became a huge issue.
And which was one of the problems when trains were starting to being used for commerce purposes. They've realized that the time was an issue because By the time they arrived to the other city, the time was not the same. There was a décalage. So that's really something to think of. And me going to a city or a country where there's a 12-hour difference, is that the definition of traveling, time traveling? Or is it one way of time traveling? But we know that with God, God doesn't live around the sphere of time. He just used the signs and the lights of the firmament for us to be able to discern seasons, years, and days. So let me read the passage. So, and God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, and give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, which is the sun, and the lesser light to rule the night, which is the moon. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning was the fourth day. So there's day and night. And even during the night, there's a light that is above, that is bringing light in the earth. So I think this is really interesting. So there's never a time where there is no light shining. Even though we can see the sun or the moon, they're probably behind the clouds. But other than that, the two lights are at their rendezvous.